Help has arrived in Tijuana following a huge wave of violence last night. Good evening, I'm Steve Price. Mexican authorities released video of soldiers arriving to protect the city. Now, this all comes after vehicles were set on fire Friday night. Roads there were blocked off in what is suspected to be a coordinated act of organized crime by cartels. The violence broke out as American tourists and Mexican locals were attending a beach festival taking place in Rosarito. CBS 8's Regina Ureta is near the border. She spoke to travelers and has the latest.
Good evening. That's right. I'm standing near the U.S.-Mexico border where we're seeing a couple folks heading to TJ. It's not compared to the amount of travelers that you normally see crossing the San Ysidro port of entry. Even behind me, you're just seeing a couple of cars, but again, nothing compared to what you normally see. And that's because many are still very concerned with the violent attacks that happen not only in Tijuana, but Rosarito, Ensenada, Tecate, and Mexicali. Vehicles, fires, roadblocks, and heavy police activity in Tijuana prompted the announcement from the U.S. Consulate in Tijuana instructing its employees to take immediate shelter.
I was afraid just because this never happens to me, and I do come to Tijuana frequently.
This is Karina Basarte, our intern at our station. She witnessed what dozens of other tourists and locals lived through in Tijuana while visiting Friday night.
When we went to go out, we saw restaurants were closing very early. It wasn't even 10 yet, and they were closing.
According to officials, at least 19 vehicles total were set on fire in Mexicali, Ensenada, Tecate, Rosarito, and Tijuana. 15 of those vehicles were in TJ. Mexican government officials attribute the violence to organized crime, saying this has been the third time this week that Mexican cities have seen arson and shootings by drug cartels. However, this is the first time Tijuana was included in the wave of violence. Those causing the crime appear to be targeting stores, vehicles, and locals attempting to stop the cartel. The mayor of Tijuana, Montserrat Caballero Ramirez, posted a video on Twitter. In it, she says she condemns these acts of violence, adding that she would deploy as many as 2,000 police officers and 3,000 National Guard troops to Tijuana if necessary.
This type of violence is a new step in the violence developed since 25 years ago by these organizations in their second generation, at least in our city.
Still, travelers are headed to Tijuana from the San Diego Mexican border Saturday evening.
I have a nervous.
This woman tells me she's nervous to cross but has family that she needs to visit and check if they're safe. Today, the 3-day Baja Beach Festival said it would continue. Those with tickets to attend say the violence wasn't enough to keep them home.
I'm coming all the way from Chicago, going to the Baja.
Es muy lamentable lo que se vive aquí en la ciudad.
Well, this Tijuana local tells me it's terrible to see this happen in his city and hopes the government takes action. According to Mexican government officials, they've detained over 17 people. 7 of those 17 were from Tijuana. I should also add that the Tijuana Mayor Caballero ruled out a curfew in the city and says that locals can continue with their daily activities. Now, if you are heading to Baja Fest, make sure to follow the U.S. Consulate in Tijuana. But most importantly, stay safe. Reporting near the U.S.-Mexico border, Regina Ureta.